Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Primo's Hot Takes. I am your co-host today, Hernan. I'm joined here with my brother Jose, my cousin Xavier. We're going to be talking about the NFL draft, should be coming up tomorrow. We're going to give our own mock draft and give our takes on what could possibly happen if we're put in the GM role for each team.
Yeah, so Ernest's gonna choose 1 through 10 on the mock draft, and then I'll be doing 11 through 21, and Joe will be finishing the rest of the first round draft.
All right, Hernan, let's get it started.
All right, with the first pick, I have the Chicago Bears taking Caleb Williams. I think that's
What?
the easiest pick.
Well,
It's,
that's a shocker.
Oh, did
I
not
think
see
that
that coming.
I think that's the easiest pick for the number one pick. For the number two pick, I know they've been saying that there's been a lot of issues going on with him and the Commanders, but I think it's just smoke and mirrors, and that they're not really like actually taking any of the whatever the agent says. So the number two pick, I got Jaden Daniels going to the Commanders.
Ooh,
Uh,
I can see that happening.
and for the number three pick, um, it's gonna be I know everyone has Drake May going here, but honestly, I think the I think the Patriots are gonna do something that no one's gonna anticipate. I think they're gonna trade down. But since there's no trades here, I'm gonna go with Marvin Harrison Jr. here for the Patriots. I don't think they're gonna get a quarterback.
That's a
I
good
don't think
pick.
that, I don't think they like any of these quarterbacks as much as Caleb and Jaden.
Mhm.
So with that being said, the Cardinals will get Malik Neighbors since Marvin Harrison Jr. is gone, and then the Chargers will go with Romeo Duze. But I have been hearing some speculation saying that that Jim Harbaugh really loves himself JJ McCarthy and that he might trade Justin Herbert and draft JJ with that pick. I'm not gonna do it, but I'm just saying that it's gonna be a possibility. With that being said, I got Drake May going to the Giants at 5. I mean at 6. And I got the Tennessee Titans drafting Joe Alt at 7. I got the the Falcons getting the best edge rusher in the draft, and that's Lily Latu. Lily Latu?
From UCLA?
UCLA. Yeah, I think he's the best.
Yeah.
I think he has the highest floor out of everyone. His ceiling isn't that high, but I really don't think Dallas Turner's ceiling is that much higher than his. But I think he'll be contributed a lot more. He'll contribute more this season, and I think that's what they're gonna want because they just got Kirk Cousins. They may actually lose this pick because of the tampering. But I think if they have this pick, they're gonna take Lily Latu because he will contribute way more than Dallas Turner will. Dallas Turner, I wouldn't say he's a complete prospect, he's a complete raw prospect, um, but he wouldn't be as dominant as he would as in later years as he would this year, and I don't think you're gonna see that much of a difference between the other guy. And for the Bears, um with that being said, I think the Bears are just gonna go best player available, and I think they're gonna take Brock Bowers since all
Okay.
the receiving threats are basically gone. And then I got the I got the Jets taking Alu Fashanu at 10. So the quick recap: I got Caleb at 1, Jaden at 2, Marvin Harrison at 3, Malik Neighbors at 4, Roma Duze at 5, Drake May at 6, Joe Alt at 7, uh, Latu at 8, Bowers at 9, and Fashano at 10.
Is it the tackle for Penn State?
Yeah, tackle for Penn State.
Mhm.
Okay. Yeah, it's a good one to protect Aaron Rodgers.
Plus,
That's a crazy top 10.
yeah, it is a crazy top 10, but I think it's because I think the Jets are gonna take him because Tyron Smith, as good as he is, he's not really he played all season last year. I'll give him that, but he's not. He has injury concerns either way, and with a tackle like that and a quarterback like Aaron Rodgers who just tears Achilles, you got to have some type of backup plan just in case something goes bad.
Yeah, like that. I know there was a Bowers speculation for the Jets, but dude, you got to protect your quarterback, especially Rogers that just got a Achilles injury last year. So yeah, I
Eh,
like that pick.
And honestly, I would have gone receiver at Bears, but since all three receivers went back to back with Patriots, Arizona Cardinals, and the Chargers, like they're just left with the other best receiver, and that's a tight end.
Yeah, and Bears already got Cole Kmet too, so man, those are Caleb Williams gonna have good weapons in his offense.
They could always run a two tight end set, and I think
So on the 11 pick, I have Vikings drafting JJ McCarthy since they can't trade down for this mock draft. So JJ McCarthy going to 11. Then I got 12 Broncos drafting Dallas Turner, edge rusher from Alabama. And then 13, I have the Raiders drafting Michael Penix Jr. Yeah, I know the coach likes
the
that quarterback.
Raiders.
Yeah, the Raiders.
Damn,
And
that's kind of
then
early for him.
14, I have Fashanu, but I believe the next best available for the on the lineman, JC Latham.
Yeah, yeah.
So I'll pick him instead since Ern already have him the Fashanu.
The Saints
Yeah,
No,
the
no,
Saints
no.
are Saints.
Yeah,
Can
the
you put
for
Saints.
Saints for
Washington, the tackle.
JC
JC
Latham?
Latham. He's a tackle. He's a right tackle for Bama.
And then oh, you ready, Joe?
Hold on.
Did you find him?
Latham, JC.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah,
Okay.
from Bama.
Got it.
Okay, and 15 for the Colts, I have Quinyon Mitchell from Toledo,
That's a
cornerback.
Over
And
Arnold.
then yeah. So and then 16, I have Troy Fatanu from Washington. Was he on your top 10 or not? No.
He is, but he's like at the bottom. He was I had Mims and Fuago ahead of him.
Okay. And then the 17th pick for the Jaguars is Terry and Arnold there.
I can see him going there. I can see him going there.
And then 18, I have the Bengals choosing Latu from UCLA, the edge rusher. But since Ernan did, so since I only chose the edge rusher because I know their defensive end requested a trade today.
I mean, they got Jared
Hendrickson.
Burst there.
So
Yeah.
Joe, can you look up what's the next available for the edge rushers?
They still got Jared Verse, Chop Robinson, and then Darius Robinson.
Oh yeah, Jared Verse.
Jared
No,
Verse.
yeah. That's a good pickup. And then 19 for the Rams since Arnold retired, I chose Byron Murphy.
Over
I know he's
Newman?
yeah.
Newton's
yeah.
there too.
No, I got Byron Murphy on
Murphy.
the he's no Aaron Donald, but he's a really good prospect. And then the 20th Steelers, I have Jackson Power Johnson, the center from Oregon. They just released their center, so I mean that'll be a good pickup for the Steelers.
Powers Johnson.
Yeah. From Oregon. And then for the Dolphins, I picked Newton. Hey, they lost Christian Wilkins.
What the hell?
Yeah, well, so Cooper DeJean fell to the Eagles
Mhm.
because they have the 22nd pick, and I think Cooper DeJean will be going to the Eagles right here on the 22nd pick. You got the Vikings next. They have to protect, so I'm gonna pick Talisu Fauga, tackle
Oregon
from
State.
Oregon State.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was really good too.
Yeah, we're
He's
reaching.
good.
And I guess I'm gonna pick. They need a receiver, and the Cowboys. So I think Adonai Mitchell, receiver from Texas, could get picked by the Cowboys right here. 25th pick. They're gonna need a tackle or a guard. Green Bay. I'm gonna just pick a tackle. They're gonna need to protect Jordan Love, so I'm gonna pick Mims from tackle from Georgia.
That's a good one.
Buccaneers. They need tight end, center, edge rusher, linebacker. They need everything. I think this is a good spot for Nate Wiggins. He's gonna be a really good corner. they could get him.
Oh, yeah, that'd be good for their defense.
Arizona. Who did y'all get Arizona drafting? Was it Marvin Harrison?
Yeah, I got
No,
Marvin Harrison.
no, you had
No,
Oh, no,
neighbors.
no, neighbors, neighbors,
Neighbors,
neighbors.
sorry.
Yeah, yeah,
So they got a
neighbors.
receiver. So center, guard, defensive line. I think they'll get Zach Freezer, center. Well, you know what? There's
That's
that tackle Barden from Duke.
yeah.
So
I was thinking of Frazier, so
and then the Bills. I think they're gonna go get Brian Thomas Jr. That'll be a good spot for them. He falls to the Bills, and they need a cornerback, Detroit guard, or edge rusher. I think Kool-Aid McKendry right here could fall to them.
You got him going in the
To
first.
Detroit.
knowing Detroit, they probably reach for him.
Yeah, yeah, I think
He
he's a
was
reach.
he was next available. And Baltimore Ravens, they need a receiver, guard, tackle.
They always need receivers.
I
How
think
much help does
a
Lamar
good spot
need
for
though?
them will probably be they lost Queen, right? McQueen.
Patrick
Peyton
McQueen.
Wilson could be a good
Yeah,
spot. Good
yeah, they
replacement.
did lose him.
Wait, you got Cooper going for them?
No. It was a linebacker, Wilson.
In the first
Hayden
round?
Wilson in the first round?
Yeah.
Okay.
And San Francisco needs guard, tackle, cornerback.
I think they can draft a receiver. For the new
Damn, you think
deal
so?
to Ayuk.
Lime,
Who's the best receiver right
Lime
now?
McConkey. I don't even know how to say his name.
Uh,
That'd be a good spot for him.
dang.
And then the Chiefs are on the clock. I would think they'll get either a defensive back or a safety right here. I know we're probably gonna lose Trent Edwards, so I would just get this safety from Minnesota, Tyler Nubin. Try him out.
It's a good spot.
All right.
Wait, did Mims get drafted in the first round?
Yes, he did.
Oh, okay.
You know, one guy I forgot to draft was Bo Nix. He didn't even get drafted.
He honestly he might fall in the
Yeah,
second round. He
yeah, I
might be
think so
a
too. They too.
but yeah, honestly, I feel like Mims could be the best tackle in this draft class, even ahead of Joe Alt because of his physical traits. But he's such a raw prospect that he needs to get drafted by a team that has a good offensive line head coach or a good offensive line coach. Uh, to develop most of his like sloppy finishes, like his sloppy footwork, his hand placement, and all that and all that stuff that you need in order for you to be a successful tackle in the NFL. I feel like the Titans could definitely do that. So that way, that's why I feel like if we don't get Joe Alt, I wouldn't be completely mad if we trade back to get another pick and draft Mims. Um, another spot I could see him going is probably like the Cowboys because they need a tackle bad. Since they lost Tyron Smith.
I want to go back to that third pick, man. You really have the Patriots drafting Marvin Harrison?
Yeah, I do think the Patriots are gonna. I'm telling you, I think they're gonna trade down. I don't think they like any quarterback besides Caleb and Daniels. I think if Daniels does go, if Drake May does go 2 at Commanders, I think the Patriots will draft Daniels at 3. But if Drake May's there, they're not gonna take him. I don't think they like him that much. Um, if since y'all said there's gonna be no trades, I feel like that would have been a perfect time for the Vikings to come up and trade up to get JJ McCarthy because they got to leapfrog the Giants too. Because it hurt. Supposedly, they said the Giants love JJ McCarthy.
Yeah,
But
Giants
like,
love everybody.
but since Drake May was there for them, like they just took him instead.
Yeah, I mean, I because you say you had number two, Jaden Daniels, correct?
Yeah, Daniels there too.
Yeah,
I
I
don't think I think right now Drake May will probably have the better rookie season, but it's just that Jaden Daniels adds another element to the his game. Like the hip drop tackle is now a thing, so it's not going to be that easy to tackle us. One of those scrambling quarterbacks who love to run the ball as well, like Lamar. So I think he's going to add an extra layer to that, and I think that's what the Patriots will want Jaden Daniels because they need a playmaker like that bad, especially with that shitty offense that they have.
yeah, well,
So
yeah, I mean, Marvin Harrison Jr. is probably like the best, I guess, besides Caleb Williams, like top available,
yeah,
like of all
dude, he's
positions.
gonna he's gonna be like one of the greatest road receivers in history in the NFL. He's getting
Yeah, like
compared to Larry Fitzgerald and his dad, Marvin Harrison.
yeah, for sure, I could see him getting 1,000 yards in his rookie year, for Marvin Harrison Jr. But for the Patriots, I really think they're gonna choose a quarterback because I think since it's a new era without Belichick, and they're gonna get that franchise quarterback on the third pick, so. Drake May or JD Daniels, even JJ McCartney, I think Patriots will go for that quarterback on that third spot. And
It,
I really don't see them trading out either, because I really feel like, I mean, it's gonna be a long haul pick just to get that third pick overall. And yeah, I just have a hard time seeing Patriots trading back or just choosing other than a quarterback in that position.
well, you see, the thing with me is like, do you have Drake May, Bo Nix, and JJ McCarthy ahead of Bailey Zappi? Because that's their current quarterback right now, and like I don't see that much of a difference between them. I think they are better than him, but I just don't see that much of a difference that he doesn't add an extra layer to his game that Caleb and Jaden add that Bailey Zappi doesn't. So it just wouldn't make any sense for them to draft a quarterback that's very similar traits as him and be put in a very bad situation. Like I still feel like the quarterback needs to be the last pick, the last piece of the puzzle. That means that you need to get your tackles, you need to get your wide receivers, and you need to get your running backs before you get your quarterback. Because once that rookie contract is up, they're gonna be paying a lot of money for him just to be the starting quarterback. And you could see that happening to the Dallas Cowboys. Like they almost got it, but they were literally just always one piece away from winning the big game. So now they're stuck. Like, look at them now. Now they gotta pay Dak Prescott almost 60 mil a year. They're gonna have trouble keeping Mika Parsons and CeeDee Lamb, and they're now put in a very tough situation that they gotta choose one of them.
Yeah, I mean, I do. I mean, you want to get a quarterback, you want to draft a quarterback, throw some competition on Bailey Zappi, and just let them go at it at training camp. But what do you think, Joe? That you think Patriots are going to stay on the third pick, or
I think they will stay. I would not trade it. There's a generational talent, Marvin Harrison Jr., and you gotta draft him no matter what. Like I
So
think there
you're
was a report coming out saying that there's a bunch of trade offers for New England, but they're staying put. That's the reason. There is quarterbacks out there, but there isn't a really. To me, I feel like you're getting the third or fourth best quarterback on the board. Why would you settle for one of those two guys? If Jaden Daniels and Caleb Williams are off the board, I will be getting Marvin Harrison Jr. I will not take JJ McCarthy, Drake Mays over Marvin Harrison Jr. Because you're gonna come back, you're gonna look at that draft, and you're gonna regret not taking Marvin Harrison Jr. Because that dude he's gonna be a generational talent, and you
he's
gotta
special.
take him. Yeah, you gotta take him.
There's
oh yeah,
talk saying too that the Colts might try to trade up to get him, but I just don't think they have the draft capital to do it, and it'll be kind of dumb for them to trade essentially three first round picks for him.
yeah, I know. Yeah, I mean, I agree with Marvin Harrison Jr. being one of the best prospects since this
X is just
in this
mad that
decade.
the Chargers don't get him.
Well, yeah, I know y'all did say that they're on third pick. Uh, that the Patriots been getting a lot of phone calls to trade back. Well, even the next two picks, the fourth pick of Arizona.
I'm telling
They
you right
could,
now, if JJ McCarthy is there at 4, the Vikings are trading up to the Cardinals for that 4 spot.
and I mean, I don't mind because I you had neighbors getting drafted in the fourth, and then the Chargers drafting Ondunze. See, I don't mind
They're
that either. I like Ondunze or neighbors.
they're saying that even the Chargers are getting calls for trade up because there's a chance that Drake May or JJ McCarthy will be there too. So a team desperate enough, probably like the Saints, Raiders, I think they will try to trade up and jump the Vikings to take Drake May or JJ McCarthy. Even the
Yeah, I know.
Broncos too.
Yeah, I know Chargers be getting a calls to trade back too. Because I mean, I don't mind because we get more picks and we have a lot of holes in this roster. But I have a hard time seeing them try getting making a trade with their own division rivals, as in the Raiders or Broncos.
Happens all the time. I mean, I could have sworn I saw the Cowboys and Eagles make a trade last year.
Shit, and that bite Eagles in the ass because they lost the division.
True.
And then on the sixth pick, you had that's where Drake May going right to the
Yeah,
Giants.
Drake May going to the Giants. I
Oof,
think if Drake
oof.
if the Giants are there at 6 and Drake May is there for them, they better run to the podium and draft him because like they're getting essentially getting a steal. This guy could be like the number 1 pick of the NFL draft if it wasn't for Caleb Williams. But I still have other quarterbacks ahead of him because not because they're better than them, but just because they're a better fit. Like you know what I mean?
Yeah,
But
but
Drake May,
I'll go
go
ahead.
ahead. Oh, like I was saying, but Drake May and Caleb, I wouldn't say they're essentially the same player, but their play styles isn't really that much different from one another. It's just that Caleb does it at a much higher volume than Drake.
I think it's just wild that Giants have literally a max contract quarterback in their roster, and they're still willing to just draft a quarterback there.
Hey man, David, what's his name? Dablo, David
Danny,
Dablo, Danny
wait,
Dablo, head
The
coach for the
GM?
no, the head coach for the
Oh
Giants.
yeah, Brian Double. Yeah,
Brian
Double.
Dablo, dude, he's tired of putting his job on the line with Daniel Jones. He wants someone new. I mean, you saw him. Daniel Jones would have been a career backup if it wasn't for him. Like it was getting to that point, and then he had that really good year, and then they just gave him that 4 year, $120 million contract, and I was like, why?
Bro,
Man, and
they legit, they legit paid Daniel Jones over Saquon Barkley, and
I
they
know
lost
that.
him for nothing.
I know
That's
that's
crazy.
fucking dumb.
man, that's wild. Yeah, but I know I believe the GM already went out and said that Daniel Jones is their franchise or their quarterback in
They're
the
saying
future.
that so like that they could get more trade value for him, but his next 2 years after this year, his next 2 years they're not really guaranteed, so they could literally cut ties with him, and they won't owe him a lot of money on dead cap. It's not like the Broncos fucking get cutting Russell Wilson where they owe him the 86 mil in dead
Oof.
cap. Like that was just stupid of them to do. I still don't understand why they did that because he was playing at a very subpar level that they need like above. He was playing above league average. I mean, he wasn't elite, but he also wasn't getting paid elite money. So I didn't see why. But I mean, I don't understand it why because what's his head coach name? Sean Payton. Sean Payton likes a quarterback that plays in rhythm and plays with anticipation. That's not Russell Wilson's name. That's not Russell Wilson's game. His game is he does do that sometimes, but he doesn't really like throwing the ball over the middle. And sometimes he likes to extend the plays and just try to create something that's out of nothing. And Sean Payton doesn't like that.
And
Sean
that's
Payton
why
wants to.
Sean and that's why Sean Payton traded for Zach Wilson.
I don't know why they did that. I really don't know why they did that. I mean, they didn't really give up much for him, but still, it just doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah, I mean, I think they still go for a quarterback in the draft sometime, but I mean, Sean Payton, I mean, they don't even have that much picks. Am I right?
No, they don't. Well, I mean, they're starting to get their picks back because they're the trade that they did for Russell Wilson, they already passed. So
And for the Broncos drafting Dallas Turner on the 12th, I thought that would have gone for a QB right there, but
No, I would take Dallas Turner over Bo Nix. Plus, I
Well,
think Bo Nix will be there for them in the second round if they really wanted him.
that
yeah, I
is
had
true.
what go on, Joe, my bad.
Oh, also Denver did make a trade for Zach Wilson, so he's with the Broncos, but they're saying that they're still gonna draft a quarterback. So Bo Nix falls to them in the second round. That's a good spot.
I'm more surprised with the Michael Penix getting drafted in the first round.
Hey, Raiders, what's their coach? Antonio Pierce. I think he has that mindset where just go for it. Get the get the player that they want for the future and we'll run with that.
I think that's a good spot. Raiders could be a good spot for them. So I mean, he had a real good year. I mean, he does have
Hmm.
those knee injuries to worry about, but
It's
quarterbacks
mo-
do get protected in the NFL. So
it's mostly just because of his age too. He's pretty much up there in age, and he has injury problems. That's the only reason why he fell from the first round to the second round.
yeah,
But
but he had a successful year last year. He did really good.
but I still
Um,
think he's gonna be a first round pick, but probably like a late first, so like that teams could get that 5th year option on him.
nah, but Raiders need a quarterback unless they trade down, maybe.
Unless they just run with Gardner Minshew.
Hey, Gardner Minshew is legit. Minshew Mania is going wild.
Yeah, he's a good career quarterback, like a Ryan Fitzpatrick.
Career backup.
Yeah, they make a
Damn,
lot of money, man.
that's a
That
that's offensive, bro. Journeyman
that
quarterback for Minshew. Damn,
that doesn't sound too bad. Career backup.
he's a he's a starting quarterback, sir. Get that right. Minshew Mania running wild.
But with the because I believe I had I had Byron Murphy first.
Over
Uh,
Newton, that was
yeah,
that one. Like
like no.
I get it. I get what you're doing. Because it just depends on what kind of pass rusher what kind of player you want.
Eh,
Uh, Brian Murphy definitely is better at run against running the run stop than Newton. Newton's more like a pass rusher. Uh, I mean he could always get his anchor up and be able to be good against the run, but with Byron Murphy, I still think he does have a higher ceiling there. But I don't know, man. I
So
would rather take Newton over
yeah, I
Murphy.
think Cooper DeJean's gonna fall that low. He's gonna be
Where
taken on the 22nd pick.
I thought it was gonna be in the second round.
Cooper DeJean.
Yeah.
yeah, there's like other quarterbacks that are like legit. Like that's why I had a Quinion Mitchell
I mean, there's
drafted first,
chances he.
Or Terry Arnold. Literally either or, man. Just pick
I
your
mean,
flavor.
Cooper could fall in the second round and like be a good safety. I'll probably put him there as
I
a
mean,
nickel back.
if he falls to the Chiefs, that'd be a good spot for him.
Yeah, because y'all love your nickel backs.
But I think you did get Wilson, Joe, right? The linebacker to
Yeah,
what
I
team?
mean that would
Yeah,
Ravens. I
Joe,
mean
he's
I don't.
Ravens could be doing it,
Joe. Like he's not even the best linebacker in his draft class. You got Edgerrin Cooper ahead of him,
Yeah, I believe Adrian Cooper is like
and even then,
number
he's
one.
still rated at second round.
Yeah, because I don't think any linebackers are gonna be in the first round. To be
I don't
you
think so
honest,
think so?
either.
they're
Nah,
not.
I
Yeah,
don't.
it's like very reach.
I mean, he
Yeah,
was
But
there on the PPF rankings. They had him. They had him
nah,
but
at
but
28.
those
So
things are always off. Those things are
yeah,
always
but
off.
but Wilson, I think he did have the fastest 40.
but I
Yeah,
will
he did.
think that would be a guy they'll be looking at, to because they did lose their linebacker, Patrick Queen. So
Yeah, but
I can
the Ravens have other needs they need to fill out too. They
true.
can't just go linebacker.
Yeah, true. Plus the Ravens, they love doing the BPA, the best player available, and they'll draft. And there's like I guess in the first round, there's like a lot of players above
I
Wilson.
still rem-
So I
I
do
still
see
remember
them.
they drafted Marlon Humphreys when they had a Marcus Peterson and like I think another good corner. Can't remember. And I was like, what the fuck? They don't even need him.
Yeah,
And
that's what
now,
Ravens do. When they drafted Kyle Hamilton, they already had 2 starter safeties.
yeah,
And I mean, now it looks good because Kyle Hamilton is
yeah,
like
those
one of
look
the best
good.
safeties in the league right now. So that's all. That was always their mindset when in draft room. They just draft the best player available. So that's why with Ortiz, the Charger GM that we got this offseason, coming from the Ravens, that's what we think that he's gonna draft best player available. Which at the fifth
Brock
pick,
Bowers.
it should be
Hey, what if
a
they draft
receivers.
JJ McCarthy, best player
Oh,
available? That'd be
Nah,
crazy.
there's
that would be
no
crazy.
way. There's no way. But I saw the odds of JJ McCartney getting drafted in the 5th pick by the Chargers, but but it looks that I mean it's not gonna be a trade with Justin Herbert, but it's gonna be a trade back where the Vikings trade up just to get draft JJ McCartney on the 5th pick.
I think the Patriots will trade back at 3 with the Vikings, and I think the Giants will trade up to the Cardinals so that they could jump whoever's going to try to get the other quarterback.
Yeah, I do see Cardinals trading back because man, if they do that, they're gonna get a
Especially
lot of picks, man, this draft.
especially if Drake May's there at 4. I think they would trade up for sure
Yeah, definitely a team
just to
would
make sure
trade
they
up for
get their
him.
quarterback.
But hey, the draft's tomorrow at 7, I believe. So
Yeah,
we
that's gonna be a
ready.
fun watch.
Yeah, it should be interesting.
Thank you for listening to our podcast, People's Hot Takes. We appreciate y'all for staying tuned and watching the whole thing till the end. Like and subscribe and comment to help us out with the audience. We appreciate y'all. Thank you.